Hi everybody, it's Sam at Mixed Up Craft. Thanks for watching my tutorial today. I'm going to be showing you how to make these really cute little Easter houses for these chocolate Smartie little chicks, which are 3 for £1 at the co-op. So if you can get to a co-op and grab these, because I know I went to my local co-op and got the last ones, and then when I went back they were gone, and unfortunately I was out yesterday and there was another co-op and they had some left, so I think they are getting picked up quite quickly, so grab them while you can because they're really cute and they taste nice too. I've done 2 different styles here. This was the first one I'd done, and you can see how I've used my scoreboard to make this kind of tiled effect on the roof. They open and close really easily. It's just a little brad. What I would say is maybe this isn't a good one for little kids, just because obviously this is a little bit, you know, it's got the kind of the jagged edge, but also it's tiny, and I'd hate for you know, anything bad to happen in terms of choking and trying to eat that. So I think this is certainly one for the more responsible older children, or as long as they're supervised. So yeah, it just opens there, and then you've got the 3 little chicks, which are just with a little glue dot, so they're easy to take out. I've just done the little windows there to line up with their faces, and that was just with one of my the smallest square from the nest of Sizzix scallop edged, you can see the dies. The Easter, Happy Easter sentiment on the top there is just from a Sizzix. Again, it's more of an ornate kind of finished die set. And then the sentiment is from the Crafty Impressions stamp set that I've got there, which I've used a few times. It's just that one there. And then to do the grass effect at the bottom, I've got this die, which I purchased on eBay for a couple of £. I don't know who it's by, but it's a really nice flower grass kind of border. So I've done the first one I done was in just normal green card, and then I've just finished it with the little embellishments there from Stamping Up, which is just, I think I've got a mix of Stamping Up and another brand there, but they're really nice. Then with this one I've used foam, and I love using the foam sheets. They were a pack of 20 from the pound shop, all different colours, and then I just applied sticky double-sided tape sheets onto the back, so that when you run it through your die machine, take it out and then just peel off the back and you can stick it straight down. So all these intricate details and stuff you don't have to worry with your tacky glue and things like that. So yes, that's what I did on that one. It's got a really nice finish. And then I've also decorated this one and done it on the brown card, because I thought the brown card would give a really nice finish for the roof. So a few different styles there, and then the one I'm going to do today is going to be on white card, because I like to play around, and they're just fun and colourful, and they're perfect for the little kids and stuff. So that's those ones. What you are going to need then to make this is main cardstock. So it's just a standard A4 piece of card and this measures 11 3/4 of an inch. And then that is by 6 5/8 of an inch. Okay, so that's your white card or whatever colour card you want. And then I've got this, which is the window piece, and that measures 1 5/8 by 4 1/4. And then this time I've used glitter. Already some of it's peeled off there. I've used the glitter sheets, so you can also buy sheets of this. Stamping Up have just done, as the extra celebration freebie, they've done a pack of glitter 6x6 card sheets, and the colours are very similar from these ones in the pound shop. So I've had a lot of their celebration freebies, but I didn't get the glitter card purely because this stuff was really good. And it comes in silver, you've got gold, you've got pink, blue, green, purple, yellow. There's all kinds of colours, so I found that I got a lot more variety, and obviously I know it's free with Stampin' Up, but this was only £1, so get down there if you can, because these are really, really good. So that's what I used there, and then that's just the sentiment, which was from that die. Okay, so keeping with your cardstock, I've already scored this, but I picked up the wrong, hold on 1 minute. Wheel across the other side. Okay, right, so you will need to score. So along the 11 3/4 side, there you go, you're going to score, first of all, at 1 3/8 of an inch, then 5 3/4, and 7 1/8, and then 11 1/2, and you should be left with a little tab here, which is what you'll need to fix the box together. Okay, so I'll just go through that again. So 1 3/8, 5 3/4, 7 1/8, and 11 1/2. Okay, and then flip it onto the 6 5/8 side, and you're going to score again at 1 3/8, 4 1/4, and then that's it. Okay, so what we will do is you need to have the tab. Let me just check which way we're going to do this. Yes, it's going to be that way. So yeah, no, I have done it right. Ignore me. So this is the base. This is the front and the 2 sides, and that's the back. And this will be the roof. These pieces here we will fold down into here to just give it a little bit of a reinforced side, and again these bits and this going over this bit will reinforce all of those, the base as well. So I know this isn't the same length as that, but don't worry, because the bit that is short by about 3/4 of an inch, you won't see that because it's going to be right down inside the box anyway. Okay, so what we need to do first of all is score the roof. Before we burnish anything, we're going to score the roof and we're going to decorate the front and cut the windows out. Because if you burnish it now and then run it through the machine, you're just going to weaken all of these lines and they'll end up cracking. Excuse me. So what you want to do is every notch you're going to score down. Okay, so you've got your 4 1/4 score line here. Just go to the 4 3/8, so the next score line, and just glide it just slightly across this one here, because you're not going to score on that. And then from that one, just score down to the end there. Okay, and then you want to continue, so miss that one, and then score down from that one down to the end there. Okay, so again, so the next one will be the 4 1/2 line. So just lightly, just go down to there and then score, and again score down like so. Okay, now you just want to repeat that process all the way along here, so you fill that whole rectangle with all these lines, and again with this one here you want to fill all of that. Okay, so I'm just going to continue on and finish that piece. Okay, so that is what you should have at this point. So lots and lots of scoring. Don't worry if you've gone over any edges at all on these flaps, because they are going to be folded inside. But this next step, you do want to make sure you don't go past this line and this line here, because that is going to be on show, and it will just look a bit messy. So again, exactly the same. So you'll be on your 1 3/8 score line here. So you want to go to the 1 1/2 and just score down to that score line. Okay. And then you're just going to repeat that process all the way along to the 5 3/4 score line there, and then repeat again all the way along onto that one there. Don't worry if the paper starts to lift and roll, because you're going to then use your bone folder later to kind of slightly roll it in a little bit anyway, so that it sits nicely to use it, you know, to fasten at the top. Okay, so I'm just going to whiz through and finish those ones. Okay, so that is what you want. Almost looks like one of those sheets with all the dimensionals on, the tiny little squares. You can change it if you want to do every second, and excuse me, I'm losing my voice a bit. So on and so forth. It's entirely up to you. But that's how I like it. I think it looks really cool. And then if you just want to go back down and just go back over that bottom line just to tidy up the edge, because then you'll get a nice clean finish on those score lines, like so. Okay, so like I said, it's kind of like warped a little bit, but that's fine. Don't worry at all. All right, so that's what you want to have at this point. So no more scoring, so you can get rid of your scoreboard. And what we're going to do now is, with our decoration here, we're going to get our windows cut out and add in our little frame here. Okay, so I'm going to stick this one down first with some of my tape, and then stick down the grass, and I've got some little flower dimensionals to use. Where did I put my scissors? Oh. I've had a cup of tea sat here which has gone freezing cold, so I am completely wrapped up in doing this and totally forgot to drink it, although I did manage to finish the millionaire shortbread, so I've got my priorities right there. Tea's gone cold, but eat the shortbread, which was amazing. Okay, I'm going to reheat my cup of tea. Do people do that? Do people reheat cups of tea? I know I do. Stick it in the microwave for 20 seconds and it's ready to go again. I do that a lot. And have some lunch. My stomach's starting to rumble a bit. Okay, so just line that up. Give yourself a little bit of a frame from the top, not too much. And then just lie that down. Okay. Like so. And then this one here, I'm just going to peel off the backing. You can buy A4 sheets of this, double-sided tape sheets on eBay. Very inexpensive. I think I paid for 20 sheets, which will last a heck of a long time. It's about $4.99. So you can pick them up cheap. I'll put a link actually on my blog where I've got them from. So again, just lie this just slightly above that score line, like so. There we go. Look at that. And you can see how raised it is there. It's got a really, really nice finish about it. I love them. Okay, and then grab your little, you could use anything if you want to use more sparkle again, and you can just go for it. This is just kind of freestyled. I don't really stick to a pattern or anything. Grab my pokey tool. Right, so just picking out the colours that are in the DSP and just popping them on top. So we'll do that one. Do reddy colour. Let's use a smaller purple. Put that one there. It's the yellow. Oh, it's a nice one against the green. What other ones we got? Get the orange. Orange one there. The turquoise. These are Stamping Up. I think there's another brand mixed in. Might be wrong, but they're still on there as well, I believe. Again, I'll pop the links to everything that I've used on the blog. And as I've been saying lately, anything that you do from, anything that you design that I've done, I'm not even saying it right, am I? If you choose to copy any of these and make them yourself, please share them with me on my Facebook page, Mixed Up Craft, because I'd love to see what other people do, and we all kind of, put our little stamp on them and change them slightly and stuff, so I'd love to see what other people come up with, so please share, because it gives me more inspiration as well. I think I need one down the end there. I'm going to pop, I need a tiny one. Here we are. Ha ha ha. Perfect little pink one left there. There we go. Okay, just put it there so you can see there what I've done. It looks really nice, little border of flowers. Okay, so what we would, where's my window? Right, window next. So let me just grab a piece of tape So what I found easiest with this first is if you line your middle window up first and then work outwards. So if you start here and then do this one, you possibly might get that one slightly out and you might have too thicker end or not enough, blah blah blah. So if you start from the middle first and line the top of the die to the top of the DSP and just get that obviously as central as possible. And then always stick your tape onto the card piece that you don't need. So in this case we don't need the middle square, so I'm going to put my masking tape there, and that way you won't damage any of your papers. Okay, so I'm just going to run that through and I'll be straight back. Okay, so I've just ran that through, so then I'm just going to line up the other, and keep all these anyway because like the tape didn't ruin that, but they're always handy to use for anything. Don't throw nothing away. So again, just line up. So I'll do this side and just try and get an even border between that one and the end there. And I measured this so that when they're lied down you can see their faces perfectly go in that square. So don't worry, I did obviously check all that. So I'm going to do this one and run that through, and then I'll be back when they're all done, okay? Okay, so there you go, you got your 3 little windows all cut out there. So next we need to cut the, actually no, we'll burnish all the sides now and then we'll do that bit in a second. So just be careful with obviously whatever design you've decorated with, because you want to make sure you don't ruin any of that. So just be careful around that border. Oh, I've got that very, very small tab on the end. Because this just fitted actually on the A4, so I thought, is that going to be enough of a tab? But it is, it works fine because it's not very heavy, so it does hold it okay. The bottom one, and then this one, yeah. Okay, so now what you need to do is grab a ruler and your score tool, and basically what you want to do, so this measures, what have we got here, so 4 and 3, wasn't it? Yeah, so obviously half of that is 2 and 1.5, so just go to the top here and basically on that mark you just mark in the center of this rectangle with a notch on the top there. You can just see it there, because what we're going to do then is score from that point to this point and there, and then just cut, and that's going to create our triangle for our roof. Okay, so again, just to go to the center of this one here and just mark a little notch on the corner there, and then just lightly just score a line, just enough for you to see where you're cutting. You don't need to be heavy with it or anything. Like so. Okay, you can just about make out the triangle there that I've done. Okay, so starting from here, so you are going to, oh I almost cut it wrong then, you're going to cut straight down to that first score line, and then from the top of that notch that you marked and down that faint score line, just cut like so. So remember, this bit is then going to fold into that side to reinforce it. And again here, oh I didn't do that one. Well, I thought I did, but obviously didn't do it enough. The light shining on it. There we go. And then just again cut down, be as neat as possible because this is all on show. Like that. And again just cut down, and now you can see the house coming together. Looks really cute. So again just repeat that on this side. And then down this one. You don't need to keep this bit of the notch, that extra piece of card there, you can cut that out so you have it like that. And again just cut up like so. Okay, so you should have your little tab at the end there, your triangle. Alright, and then along the bottom you're just going to cut up each of those score lines to that first score line. Like so. And now it's just a matter of assembling it together. So what we will do first of all is I'm going to stick this tab down. So I just have to remember what I've done. So I'm just going to get some of my red strong tape, and that will stick in. Yeah, so you turn it over so it's facing up, and you just want to apply your sticky tape. Ooh. God, it makes me jump because these scissors are so heavy, and on the glass, the amount of times I've dropped them, I'm surprised the glass hasn't smashed. Okay, so just peel that off, and basically if you just fold that over, it will lie down, it will lie on it perfectly because your measurements are all exact. You get a nice crisp finish. Okay, and make sure obviously it will be at the back so it's not exposed and it's not on the front there. Okay, so what we do now is just lie it on its side, and you just want to add tape on the insides of each of these tabs here, and we're just going to fold them inside just so that they just reinforce those edges a little bit more. If you lie it down actually and just lift that up, then you'll be able to just apply, try not to bend it because you don't want it to crack, but you'll just be able to apply your tape. I guess you could have put it before we folded that in if it's double-sided. If you've got snail or anything like that, then obviously it wouldn't work, and then just fold it over the other way like so. Okay, and then just peel that off, and you just want to literally fold it inside. And then when you fold that down, it will go over that tab, so again, it just make it a bit stronger. Like so. That's what you want. So if you get your, I keep saying so, I need to stop doing that. Okay, I'll say that instead. Just grab your bone tool and just slightly curve it inwards, okay? It will just make it nicer, and it will just naturally sit better. Like so. And then I'm going to corner punch these edges. You don't have to. I am a bit obsessed with my corner punch. I tend to do it on everything, but I just like the finish. Actually, if I do it that way. Okay, and they will line up perfectly like so. So grab your hole punch and just punch a hole like so. And then we're going to seal the bottom. So you want to make sure that this front tab is the last one to go down, so again you get that nice finish. So I'm just going to pop those two, and I'm going to use a bit of my, oh, knocked my camera in, a bit of my tacky glue, and just apply it on those two tabs. Maybe you don't have to go crazy with the glue because it's only holding those little chocolates, as long as it's just together. And in a minute when I turn it up you can apply pressure. And I'm just going to put a little bit more, just get the edges there for this top piece, like so, and then turn it up and grab your bone tool and just push it all down so it all starts to adhere together and stick down. Okay, so you can just leave that for a minute if you want it to set a bit more. So I'm just going to grab my chocolates. Okay, so I've already applied the glue dots on these. So just do your one in the middle first, and just line it down into the middle so it's in that window, and then just stick it down there. And then do the end one. They look really cute. And then that final one there. Like so. Okay, so just grab your little bit here and then pop a little hole in that one, and then I did have, yeah, I've got a glittery brad because I thought it would just offset the green glitter there and bring out some of those other colours. Like I said at the beginning, just be careful who you do give this to. Make sure that they're supervised. Don't want any accidents. Okay, there you have it. Really cute little Easter chick house. So I love them. I think it's really, really cute. And there's the other one there. So I think I really like, I'm not so sure about the other one, but I do love these two. I think they're really, really nice little colours, and with the glitter there on that one and the brown card and the roof, they look really good. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit like if you did, and to see more of my designs, please subscribe to the channel and share on Facebook. Thanks for watching. Bye.